I let my client down, not once, but twice. But what happened next was a lesson in true honesty, leadership, and trust that I would have never found in a book. So all happened like about a week ago when I was attending a conference with a friend of mine. We were a little team and we really enjoyed the time there. At the same time, there was one of my clients there joining the conference as well. And I had big ambitions. I wanted to serve both. I wanted to be with the team and with my friend, and I wanted to be with my client. So I said to my client before the conference, hey, we can meet there, we can have dinner, and then we can have a co-creation session and whatnot, and everything will be perfect. So it didn't turn out like this. Once we arrived, things started to become hectic. We arrived at the hotel, we needed to go to the conference, needed to check some things, and then we came back, we went to dinner, and my client was already there one day before. So the first day I kind of let her down because I didn't have time for her. And she didn't say anything, so we met on the second day. And on the second day I said, join us for dinner at night. And she made her plans to join, but then somehow, unfortunately, it turned out that everything was reserved already for the in this restaurant, and so we couldn't really get an extra space there. So I let her down again, and I wrote her a message, and I did feel, okay, there is something off. It not feels like that's the way I want to do it, but still I was deciding in that moment I will stay with my friend and the team. So the next day when I met her at the conference again, I could feel that she's not really happy, and once we started to talk, there was this uncomfortable feeling of, yeah, that's not how I wanted it to be. And we started this really deep conversation. This is where the turning point was. Wouldn't I have been in the space where I'm now and being conscious about what I'm doing and how to communicate it, this would have ended in a fight. Most likely we tend to defend ourselves, and then everything starts to break apart, and you judge the other, and it's just a way how we behave normally. But in this case, we slowed things down, and we really started to have a deep conversation about it. And I honestly shared what I felt, and my client shared what she felt. And so this opened this sacred space for us to explore. And the next thing I remember is I start to cry. It's like, hey, I'm really sorry about that. I wanted to have everything. I wanted to to include everyone in this experience, but I couldn't. I wasn't able to get it done, and I'm really truly sorry about it. And I started to cry, and we started to hug each other. It's like, hey, I'm sorry. This was not what I intended to do. This was not my plan, and I just messed it up. I wasn't aware that I can't hold it, that I'm not capable of doing both. So this was really a lesson for me to really be cautious of my words and what I'm saying and what I'm promising, in a way of, it's really easy to hurt someone. If you just say things lighthearted. Yeah, sure, let's meet there. Yeah, sure, I will come by tomorrow. And by the time you're saying this, you already know maybe that's challenging to get everything together. So my lesson for this is to really be cautious and conscious about what I am planning and what I am committed to do and to say, because sometimes it's not going to work out. And you need someone to have these deep conversations as well if you come in such a conflict. I once remember that at the same page, I once had this discussion with a friend of mine through WhatsApp, where it seemed like, I had this feeling of being betrayed in this situation. And normally I would just, unleash my anger and just stop this friendshipness or like this relationship, because, this is not how someone can deal with me. I don't want to feel this. That's unfair. And all the judgments come up. And again, if you slow things down, if you're aware of what's going on and, okay, let's talk about it. Let's have a deep conversation and an honest conversation where everyone gets to share their perspective. And with this friend, all of a sudden, we figured out, okay, he had his perspective, I had my perspective. And yeah, that's how we saw it. We apologized and everything was sorted out. So, where in your life is there a relationship with someone where you're longing for a deep and trustful conversation that will change everything? Loving you. See ya.